explain, it's gonna be extra when I'm making my coffee, but the reason for this is because I do not use a regular creamer anymore. So I also have a sweet tooth that is a monster and has to be fed. So lots of things going into it. I just use regular coffee, a lot of regular coffee. And then I've been putting in for my sweetener, molasses. It has more than just sugar, right? So it has calcium, iron, potassium, vitamin B6, and magnesium along with the sugar. And so it gives it a really unique flavor. At first I didn't know if I liked it, but I do. I just eyeball it, so like the more coffee I have, the more I pour in. But the serving ratio for the ingredients is a tablespoon. And then I also use maple syrup for another sweetener. This one, the only extra additive is calcium, but it's still better than regular sugar. Lots of that. Then I'm gonna stop and get my little mixer. Everything's pretty thick. This needs a new battery, of course it does. Usually it mixes it pretty well, but this might not be working great today. I also use just like a wooden chopstick. I also use a silicone spoon, but because my cup is extra large, it doesn't really fit today. So the wooden chopstick it is. I like to mix my sugar or my sweeteners first, especially because the molasses is so thick. So make sure I got plenty of space in my cup. And then this is actually a plant-based heavy whipping cream. Again, I know I'm extra, but it's delicious. And I always end up breaking the top because I don't know why, but it's fine. I just give a few squeezes and then I mix this up, kind of each thing on its own. This is just cinnamon. I also put cinnamon in my coffee when it brews. I love cinnamon. Never too much for me. And then I also use olive oil. It has a lot of health benefits. So I take it also like in other ways, but I like to put it in my coffee just because it's so rich. And I only put a little splash because if you put too much, you'll definitely be able to taste that olive oil. But when you just put a little bit, it just makes it really rich, silky and smooth, delicious. And then last is oat milk. That's my preferred milk choice. So whatever yours would be. So much, but so worth it. So that's my coffee. And then I just made some scones yesterday. Some cinnamon and pecan, and then I used a maple glaze. So this is gonna be my little get started for the day until our next cozy moment.